Please remain standing for the panunumpa sa watawat to be led by the President of the Association of Baguio Chinese-Filipino Youth Incorporated, Mr. Jeffrey C.
Tayo ay manumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Thank you.
May we now call on the Baguio City Chorale for the singing of the Baguio hymn. Thank you very much. You may now take your seats. Good morning once again, and we would like to greet everyone Xin Nian Kuai Le. It means a Happy New Year to all. And as we are all celebrating the Chinese New Year, we've been also greeting everyone Kong Si Fa Cai, or in Cantonese, Kong Hei Fa Choi, which means wishing everyone prosperity and wealth. And it is time of the year that we get together here at the City Hall to celebrate this festive occasion with the Filipino and the Chinese community. And to present the opening salvo, let us welcome the entry of the line dance to be presented by the Bell Church Baguio Dragon Lion and Martial Arts team. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much to the Bell Church, Baguio Dragon Lion, and Martial Arts team headed by Mr. Goldbright P. Well, the presentation of the line that's a while ago is the representation of the first meal for the Chinese New Year. And you guys might be wondering, bakit po merong pineapple, bakit po merong orange? Well, the rationale is, in the Chinese language, when you pronounce the orange in Cantonese dialect, it's kam. And kam means gold. And as we all know, the Chinese Lunar New Year or the Spring Festival always wishes everyone prosperity and wealth in the next coming year. And for the pineapple, it is pronounced as onglai in the Hokkien language or the dialect. Onglai means ong is prosperity and lai is come. So we are inviting prosperity to come to us. So that is the reason why there is orange and pineapple in the representation of the lion dance a while ago. So once again, thank you very much to the Bell Church, Baguio Dragon Lion, and Martial Arts team. Well, this year we are celebrating the Year of the Rabbit. And to be more specific, it's the Water Rabbit. And many of us might be wondering, what is in store for the Year of the Rabbit, or what is in store for the year 2023? Later on, we'll be sharing to you the significance of this celebration. I hope each of you will be able to listen and participate, because we'll be happy to give away all this tikoy to everyone who will be able to answer our trivia. It's part also of our tradition to making sure we are sharing these blessings. Tikoy, you might be wondering bakit meron mo tikoy. And just like the Filipino culture, sticky rice connotes us bringing family together, being closer, and having stronger relationships. And that is why we are also sharing tikoy to each and everyone later this morning. And so to move on with this morning's program, ladies and gentlemen, to formally present the opening remarks, may we call on the chairperson of the Spring Festival Executive Committee 2023, Mr. Peter Elna. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Jeff. To our beloved Honorable City Mayor, Benjamin Magalong, Honorable Congressman Marco, represented by his lovely wife, Sol, Honorable City Vice Mayor Faustino Olowan, Honorable Councilor Benny Bumogao, Honorable Councilor Jose Malintas, Honorable Councilor Arthur Alactiu, Honorable Councilor Betty Lourdes Tabanda, Honorable Councilor Leandro Yangot Jr., Honorable Councilor Isabelo Cosalan Jr., Honorable Councilor Mylene Yaranon, Honorable Councilor Elmer Datwing, Honorable Councilor Peter Fianza, Honorable Councilor Badimir Kayabas, Honorable Councilor Fred Pagpagan, Honorable Councilor Leia Farinas, Honorable Councilor Michael Lawanan, and Honorable Councilor Levi Lloyd Ocales. Department heads and City Hall employees, friends from the media, guests, ladies and gentlemen, very pleasant morning to each and everyone. 各位早上好. This morning, we welcome each and everyone to the launching of the Spring Festival celebrations 2023 here in our beloved city. The city government of Baguio and the Filipino-Chinese community have once again partnered together for the celebration of the Lunar Chinese New Year, or as we also call it, the Spring Festival celebration. This celebration started in 1998, and we are now have reached the 25th year of celebrating it here in Baguio. We are all truly grateful to our city officials for their continued support and for making this event as one of the city major community activity. The goal and objective of the festival is to promote better understanding and cooperation between the Filipino and Chinese communities in order to strengthen our historical friendship and unity. The city celebration of this year's Spring Festival, Year of the Water Rabbit, will be highlighted by the grand colorful parade set on Friday, January 27, 2023. We invite everyone to join us in this gathering as it will surely be fun-filled. We have also lined up a barangay gift sharing activity set on January 20, 2023 at Apugan, Luacan Covered Court as a way for the Filipino-Chinese community to share, reach out, and bring the Lunar Chinese New Year closer to the people. As we have emphasized in every Spring Festival celebration, we greatly value relationships, and the celebration of this grand event will surely foster a closer and stronger bond between the Filipino and the Chinese communities. The assimilation and blending of these two unique cultures through this celebration will definitely promote unity, peace, and prosperity for all of us. Through this festivity, let us all join hands and help bring cheers to the people of Baguio. And so, welcome everyone to this morning launching program. Shall we also welcome the Year of the Rabbit with much ambition, vigor, and strength. Kung Hei Fat Choi to everyone, may we prosper in all our undertaking. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sese Tadya.
Thank you very much, Chairman Peter now for the opening remarks.
Peter.
Well, as we are all made aware, the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiacs are rat, ox, tiger, rabbit being the fourth, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. And many of you, I know, have one way or the other check what is your animal sign. And later, we'll be giving you some insights on what is in store for the year of the rabbit. But many of you might be also wondering, why does the Chinese New Year change every year? Bakit hindi set yan parati? Bakit every year iba-iba ang araw? Well, the date is decided by the Chinese lunar calendar, which is, ladies and gentlemen, based on the cycles of the moon and the sun, and is generally 21 to 51 days behind the Gregorian calendar. The date of the Chinese year changes every year, but it always falls between January 21 and February 20. And that means for this year, since we are celebrating the Chinese year on January 22, it is quite early. The day of the Chinese New Year is a new moon day, and usually the second after the winter solstice. So those are just some of the trivias that we'd like to share to everyone. And to present the Spring Festival greetings, to represent our Honorable Congressman Marquez Go, let's welcome Madam Soledad Go. Let's give her a round of applause.
To our Mayor, Benjamin Magalong, our Vice Mayor, Tino Oloan, members of the Sangguniang Pambansa who were Pambansang Lungsod, represented by, actually they were properly introduced a while ago by Mr. Peter Nang, to our men and women in uniform, our media friends, representatives of the regional agencies, Mr. Peter Nang, Mr. Jeffrey C., Mr. George Ong, and of course to the elder brothers and sisters in the Baguio Filipino Chinese community who have engineered this making of the Spring Festival celebrations in Baguio a reality. A present morning to all of you. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Congressman Mark is now en route to IFEMA, Madrid, Spain for Feria Internacional de Turismo. As a member of the Committee on Tourism in the House of Representatives, he is joined by other congressmen as they represent the Philippines together with the Department of Tourism. I'm here today to deliver the message he has prepared for all of you. Isang malaking karangalan po na siya'y ikatawan sa unang pagkakataon ngayong umaga upang ibigay sa inyong lahat ang kanyang mensahe. The celebration of the Spring Festival in the Lunar New Year is a true milestone and a welcome feat for our beloved city. Today, I share in the pride of the city, having a vibrant and thriving Filipino-Chinese community here in Baguio, and who are very much become embedded in the fabric of our city and home. We are very grateful for our Filipino-Chinese brothers and sisters who have not only become law-abiding and productive residents of our community, but who have contributed significantly to the prosperity of our city through businesses, as well as providing livelihood to our fellow residents of the city. The festivities are also proof of Baguio City's ever-growing diversity, as it continues to proudly embrace the city's identity as a melting pot of local and foreign cultures. As the center of economic, cultural, and educational activity in Northern Luzon, Baguio City's evolution as a melting pot of cultures and identities is its strength. As much as we take pride in our own indigenous heritage, we are also equally celebrate the colorful and diverse communities who all contribute to the betterment of Baguio and are very much part of the city as everyone else. By launching the Spring Festival in Baguio City, we send a clear message. We recognize and reiterate our strong support for our Filipino-Chinese community and reaffirm that you are indeed an essential and valued part of the Baguio City communities. For centuries, Chinese-Filipinos have played an important part in shaping the Philippine culture and consciousness as we know it today, and all because your ancestors took the first step and boarded a boat to the Philippine Islands and settled in a new life in this country. And truly, the influence of Chinese culture and heritage is present in everyday life, even much more than we realize. We refer to our elder siblings as ate and kuya, taken from the Hokkien word achi and koya, which mean older sister and older brother respectively. With a long history of being intertwined, it is then upon us to reinforce the strong ties between Filipino and Chinese communities. You are a significant part of the Baguio community and this nation, enriching the tapestry of our heritage and identity. The Lunar New Year is not only yet another holiday for us to revel in its merrymaking and celebrations. For all of us here, whether we grew up in these traditions or otherwise, there is much to learn about the spring of change or a new beginning where flowers begin to bloom and the scent in the breeze shifts. This year is the year of the rabbit, which symbolizes longevity, peace, and prosperity. What does this hold in store for us? We are in the spring of new beginnings, like buds that await their day of bloom. After previous years of trials and difficulties, we are nearing the end of the tunnel where we see the first few streaks of light. After a period of chaos and uncertainty, we are finally about to see a time of calmness and stability. Astrology experts believe that 2023 will bring a year of hope as well as peace and success. Yet I have never been one to leave circumstances to the whims of fate. That said, I mention this because I believe in fulfilling our own prophecies, in taking the steps to realize the qualities and circumstances we wish for ourselves and our communities. Let this Lunar New Year mark a fresh beginning for all of us and a springtime of hope and optimism. May this time inspire all of us to work together in harmony and cooperation, to treat our neighbors with kindness and compassion, so that we may all achieve the prosperity that each Chinese New Year hope to bring, not only in the monetary sense, but even in the spiritual sense. May we all prosper, not only in our own ventures, but in our relationships with our loved ones and our communities, where we are inspired and moved to give a part of ourselves for the upliftment and betterment of everyone. For when you give, you shall receive back 100-fold. I congratulate the city government of Baguio, our Lunar Festival committees, and the Baguio Filipino Chinese community on a job well done in mounting our city's Spring Festival. Once again, maraming salamat po, magandang umaga, at Konghai Pachoy.
Thank you very much, Madam Solidadco. In Chinese mythology, the rabbit is the only zodiac animal to live together with the goddess Chang'e in the moon. China named its first robotic lunar rover Jade Rabbit to give value to it. And this robotic rover was on the surface on the moon late in 2013. So being closely related to the goddess of the moon, the rabbit is one of the most favored zodiac signs in Chinese astrology. And to further share to us the reason or the significance of this year's celebration and the Year of the Rabbit, may we call out the member of the Baguio Filipino Cantonese Association CAR, Mr. Chino Chow. Let's give him a round of applause.
To our friends from the Baguio Filipino Chinese community, to all city officials, ladies and gentlemen, 新年快乐，恭喜发财. Well, today we're talking about the significance of the water rabbit. But let me start by saying I'm not a feng shui master, all right? I'll just tell you about the characteristics and the significance of the Year of the Water Rabbit. Well, the rabbit is a docile animal loved by everyone, and one cannot help but to touch it whenever it is seen. The rabbit is not only one of the 12 zodiac signs, but it's also closely related to people's lives. The symbolical cultural meanings of the rabbit are closely related to its living habits, including vigilance, wittiness, cautiousness, precision, self-protection, and the moon. The rabbit is always ready to detect its surroundings with its hypersensitive ears and eyes. Just as an old Chinese saying goes, guarded as a virgin, swift as an escaping hare. The rabbit will stay still when the wind blows and grass bends low, and it will run as fast as a flash of lightning if there is real danger. As a result, the rabbit was used by the ancient Chinese people to symbolize high vigilance. The rabbit is well versed at digging holes, and it usually has more than one burrow to confuse its enemy. What's more, the rabbit doesn't eat the grass near its own burrow. As a result, the rabbit symbolizes the crafty man who has more than one hideout to go to in an emergency. The rabbit also symbolizes fertility in traditional Chinese culture due to its prolific reproductive performance, always being ready to mate during any season. In Western culture, the rabbit symbolizes new births and prosperity. Therefore, it has become one of the mascots for Easter Day, along with the chocolate egg. The rabbit also symbolizes the moon, as mentioned by Sir Jeff. According to the ancient legend, Chang'e flying to the moon, Chang'e drank the elixir of life and flew to the moon with a white rabbit in her arms. Therefore, the ancient people believed the spot in the moon to be the rabbit. The Chinese traditional character Tu is a pictographic character of the wild rabbit with long ears and a short tail, which was found in the inscriptions on bones or tortoise shells of the Shang dynasty. With that, I leave you Kong Hei Fa Zoi.
Thank you, Chino, for sharing those insights. Maybe the voice is quite familiar to everyone. You've heard him over the radio. He is DJ Parker Young. All right. So before we do the presentation of the dear pupils of the Baguio Patriotic High School, I would like to take this chance to also recognize the 12 groups or associations who have made the Spring Festival celebration in Baguio possible. So let me first announce their names and be properly recognized. We have the Baguio Filipino Chinese Chamber of Commerce Incorporated, headed by its president, Mr. Peter L. Nang. The Association for Philippine-China Understanding, Baguio Chapter, headed by its officer in charge, Mr. George Ong. The Filipino-Chinese Amity Club, Baguio Chapter, headed by its president, Mr. Tomas Ko. The Baguio Filipino Cantonese Association CAR, also headed by Mr. Peter Nang. The Baguio Patriotic High School, headed by its president, Mr. Fernando S. Chong, and past president, Engineer Kenny Changbonpin. The Chongqing Grand Mason Baguio Chapter, headed by its president, Mr. Alvin Chua. The Bell Church, headed by Mr. Albert Leong. The Filipino Chinese Senior Association, headed by its president, Mr. Alex Sia. We have the Association of Baguio Chinese-Filipino Youth Incorporated, headed by Mr. Jeffrey C. And the Philippine Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, La Union and Baguio Chapter, headed by its president, Mr. Nelson Go. Part of the group also are our corporate partners. We have Mega Pines Realty and Development Incorporated, headed by its chairman, Mr. Fernando Chom, and SM Supermalls, SM City Baguio, headed by its assistant vice president, Engineer Mark Jansempe. So these are the people or the associations who have pulled their resources all together. And part of the core of these associations are our seasoned advisors. And the board of advisors is headed by Mr. Jose Ong Tan, also a past president of the many associations here in the city of Baguio.